Hey. So, hold on. Maybe let me close that door for a little privacy. But hey, welcome. If it's your first time watching, I am Jamie Leroyce, and you're watching a delicious episode of Virtual-WIT-A-Twist, where we what? Leave you with a kiss. Mwah. And yes, y'all can have nail cam. Excuse this ring because I gotta fix it, but I feel a little nail cam. But I want to come in with a cute little video regarding a response to not really a response video. I take that back. This video is dedicated into me giving my response. There we go. And my take on this topic at hand that I put in the video. And also because I don't want to say it, the title just now and then like it's titled something else, but I wanted to make sure it lined up. But nonetheless, I did want to do an RIP for, like I said, the person who had just recently passed. And it was due to like a alleged overdose of either methamphetamine or coke and things like that. But my 2 cents that I want to add to, because the creator that I watch, he is like an older, like I would say he's an older gay gentleman. I would just say that. And he really touches on like a lot of topics that I feel is very prevalent, like where he is, because he lives in the South. But I feel like it trickles everywhere when you go to like hot commodity spots, or you go to certain areas where a lot of people travel at, where, AKA it goes down, and what the boys do, they do. So I wanted to come in with a cute little, 1-2 as well, because like I said, with him, he's more of like a masculine, type of guy. So his element and how he experienced everything is going to be different than like someone that's more on like the in-between side or more on the feminine side. So I could feel like I could give like another like perspective. So that's why I want to give it to make this video. And I'm feeling good because some of my other videos, I go and being so in production that I feel like I'm not being able to be me. So that's just too much, and I feel like that's how like creators burn out. But I want it to be like real relatable and realistic for y'all. So I will say that a couple of topics that he did touch on in the video was very much about how certain men that sleep with men, how they, I want to say, carry themselves, the things that they use, um just how they live life in general. And I want to say that because I have a story time on that, and also I want to give my take too. But some of the stuff he was talking about in the community is very much so like, it's a lot of like drug users, it's a lot of like bummy people, it's a lot of broken hearts, it's a lot of like delayed mental health, like it's just a lot of it. So when you think about the ones that are even being put out, I would say, like, even on the internet, when you think about it and you hear like their things crashing, or you hear this went south, you have to really think like, these people are online for entertainment, but that don't mean you know what's going on in their personal life. That's one. Two, you don't even know where their mental health is. So I just feel like that should always be factored in, very much so, because it's important when you start like dissecting the situation and see like, oh, the whole time you was doing what you was doing because you didn't have no parents. Like, you was really raised, like, you raised yourself. So this is why you was doing this, or this is why you like this. Or, oh, you was put out at 18 or 19. Oh, you ain't know nothing about the world. Oh, you have to really grow up. So trial and error, the things you did. So to be honest, it's not, I guess, to be like a jackass and say like, oh, that's them, they should get over it, because you don't know if you weren't in that situation. But I will say it's a lot of that in the community, like a lot of broken families, or a lot of, torn away from this. But like I said, I want to be specific on this topic because he is LGBT, the guy who passed away, and we're talking about the community. But I will say that it's a lot of that, and so it's not that one community is suffering from another, because when you think about it, all communities deal with I want to say like lies. All of them deal with like backstabbing and deceit. All of them deal with like dysfunctional families. So when you think about the collective, you like, a lot of this is going around. So that means this is being taught, and or this is also being projected out. Like, this is the behavior. So when you have ones that either one have home training, or you have people that just operate in a peculiar way, that's when you start seeing like maybe people like, oh well, let's see what he had to say, let's see what she got to say, because it seems unorthodox, but it's not. It's like actually pure. Um, when you're like, really seeing like, oh, okay, what you're saying is right. The person probably should have worked on self and then thought about that when it came to go and find a lover or a mate. Because when you think about it, when you're going to search for a mate and you didn't got worked yourself out, in little kinks and stuff, you could have went like a bad breakup or something. You will know, okay, cool. When I see these signs, I'm out. So it's like, trial and error. And like I said, it's no manual. Ain't nobody wrote no manual, because you don't know how the situation is going to present itself. Each day is different. And that's one of the reasons why, like, on my channel, why I named it Virtual-WIT-A-Twist, because it's a twist. Like, life is a twist. Every day it's a twist. So, and like I said, I still want to stay on topic or whatever, because y'all see I'm having to cut on a little light. The sun was dropping, but I wanted to get this cute little video on, because like I said, today is, I want to say 3/3. So I want to do me a live upload and the vlog and everything, so I can just, have my video up and everything, because I really did want to do a response to this. But that was really on my heart to say that, like, about the situation is, there's a lot of, I want to say, like I said, like, it's a lot of dysfunction, it's a lot of malfunction, it's a lot of like various things that is going on, and it's just like all around. But in this community specifically, because like I said, I know he lives in the South, and like with me, even like me living in the city, I feel like that's all the men do chase is like quick, fast, real raunchy, real like, but like sneaky though. So like when you get into it, and I'm gonna be deep, even when you get into it and you get on the vibration of like being like the DL or sneaky or like on the side, like if you deal with those type of men, and a lot of men indulge in the community like that, you already dealing with people who are like ashamed of themselves to a certain degree. So you already dealing with someone who, like, shame is a very low vibration, and some men operate in that because they can't to themselves be honest about like, oh, interested in this, or this turns me on, or hey, let's be real, like, and no judgment, but it's like you don't have, a Wayne, or you don't have nothing like to suck on, so that turns me on. So that's why I say, like, it's a lot of little hidden fetishes in the mix, and maybe we'll go on that if the video do good, the comments, but just certain things. And like, even like I said, even people that are in a 3 or 4 game, they already could tell you that off tops. Like, when you're in the industry, you meet so many type of clients, baby. They're gonna teach you about you and what you either are going to settle for or what you're not. Like, when I tell you, it's such a game of advanced chess. So it seemed like it's fun, and like I said, the mystery and it's going on, and get the outfits and the costume and the theatrics and oh yes, and all that. And then stuff hit the fan, or go boom, or you in jail, or like you said, it just never work out, or something go down. So it's like, when you really think about it, and I want to say this too, like, I want to clap that in too. So, even though, like I said, we was talking about the LGBT, I want to say this, even like in the stripper game, like, I got a little quick little one too I want to put in here too, is, even in the stripper game, I used to have a cousin I used to kick it with, and this is real talk right here, Scott's honor, pinky promise, let y'all know it's all real, that I used to have a cousin, and at one point we was like really, really tight. So I was already on like a mental level up, so she couldn't play me with no dumb stuff. So that's why I was like, it didn't work, and I wound up moving on from the chick. But what happened was, she was already struggling in her mix, meaning that she was not taking care of her business. So while they come and put notices on the door, like, I'm gonna keep it cute, but I'm gonna be ratchet, because I'm like, girl, you tried it. They was coming to put notices on the door, girl. But you said, and you was claiming, I even seen when you had counted your coins when we was out together, she had one day had came out, she was on her money count. So she was like, yeah, I had a coin to pay. I just ain't paid it because I'm trying to wait for one of these programs to kick in. Cool, girl, sis, work your set. But what it was, even if all that is going on, my thing is, I don't let, and this is why I said, y'all got to get into the realness and understand why I'm going with this. You have to get into when people trying to set you up or put you in situations, like, for example, girl, if they come to knock on the door and you got one of those bricks security style type of like jerk stick under the door, so they can't break in the house like that. But you want to be, oh, I gotta make a quick run, and you thought I was about to sit at the house and watch your shit. So once I found out she was on that, that's when I was like, the next day, I was like, oh, girl, hold on, girl. Psst. Girl, with the phone, I was like, hold on, girl. Girl, I'm about to go DoorDash, girl. Girl, I need to go. So, okay, so I can make some gas, girl. And I had the van then. Baby, let me tell you, we went and we DoorDashed, okay? And I think we even Instacart, because that's when my homegirl had put me on the Instacart. This was a while back, though. So I just, want to tell that story and to be like, yeah, like she tried it. But what had, not even that, only that I had noticed, that's what I was saying too, watch behavior. Besides her doing all that stuff that she had going on, she had shown me this picture one day on her phone. And baby, when I tell you, like in the frame on the little corner section of it, it was like this, like black dark haze smoke cloud, like, and it was so pure in the picture, and I'm just like, girl, what is that? So that was letting me know, like, girl, you really dealing with some wicked spirits. And I'm gonna say this, and like I said, close out on her. What reason why I knew she was off, because she really had a level of addiction for coke, and she was like starting to do her thing. And I remember we was just kicking it, and we was all in the room, we was like getting ready, garden and chill. And she just had found out, she was like, oh, it would be bomb if we had like a volcano, like snow and like all our little stuff and everything out, our pre-rolls, have everything set out, and then just had like a little function. Because that's what I was thinking I want to do for like my party, get a little an area or a place to host and everything. And I was looking at her like, girl, what? But it wasn't that she was saying it, it was just she was so comfortable. And I'm just like, now, first off, girl, ain't no judgment, but I just seen what it does to the people. Like, to me, I feel like it gives you a I don't care, that I'm gonna do what I need to do to get this, and it gives very dangerous slash want to be victimized, or I'm a want to be victimized type of mentality, meaning like you're like, oh, help me, help me, help me, but I'm really trying to see what I can get from you, or do you win, so I can basically just get my fix and do me. And it always, like I said, to sex. That's why I feel personally, in my opinion, like people that have like sex addictions, they have a lot of unhealed like trauma wounds, a lot of people who maybe was bullied as a child for certain things, like, or just being like ostracized. So it's so much to like dissect with this one. It's so broad, but I feel like if you gone through that and you never worked on different ways to channel like your moods or certain things, I feel like it'll put you in like a depressed state to where you feel like you gotta deal with a certain type of man or a woman, and most times you either good or bad. Like, I ain't even gonna go on the gym cheers, because I'm like, no. But like, even for me, like me, I put all of my passion and stuff like that lately in the last few years, like in nails. I used to didn't wear nails, I used to didn't wear no polish, nothing. But over the years, and then what elevated me to this is I went to school like a couple years ago for nails, and I was doing that after I was doing trucking. So I was doing my own thing. I was enjoying it, but I started being in attracting like jaded spirits, and I didn't know where that was coming from, because I was genuine. I was just like, I got my own set going on. I'm working my own set. So that's why it was hard to be like, what is this? So now, and that's why I give advice too, is that, baby, you need to work your own set and just be safe, because now the camouflage is so real. It's hard to really like depict to see like what you're dealing with in your face. Like, baby, the mirage is so like raw and uncut. I can't even like explain it. But like I said, I want to move over to my closeout, because then, I'm gonna come back and give y'all a little video about something else. But I want to get that topic and get my little 2 cents to say that I totally agree with him. Like, I feel like the community has went south, and due to it going south, it has caused like a lot of just broken relationships, like a lot of like, I want to say, judgment, a lot of like, I feel like when people like, that's when they're like, oh, the LGBT community. I'm like, girl, y'all talking about the LGBT community, like everybody act like everybody now. Like, the girls want to be extra extra, the boys want to be extra extra. So it's like, if everybody doing extra extra, like, how are you gonna say like, oh no, but the straight community don't even act like that? Girl, they still fake lying, they still doing backstabbing stuff, the gays off the chain too, so what? Who? That's why I be trying to, get that understood. But like I said, I'm moving to my closeout. So the closeout in this is like I said, RP to, the guy, because like I said, it's very unfortunate. But I will say, yes, I agree with him. It is very, 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 very much a big problem within the community, since we're speaking of the LGBTs. And I feel like a lot when it comes to it, because to my understanding, especially with some of the guys that are like DL or masculine that be messing with the girls, to be real, like they be giving straight and they represent for the straight community. I'm talking about even with the ones that do the using of the drugs. So when I feel like doing that, that leads you to wanting to be either horny, or you get to the point where you is so relaxed that you willing to be the girl, low key. So, we have to talk about that in the comment section, or not. Like I said, baby, I'll do another video. But nonetheless, like I said, the close out, and this is that it is very sad and unfortunate that drugs and or a lot of things is bringing the community, like, to its, basically to its knees. Um, but like I said, if a person in my eyes am able to at least escape that lifestyle, or at least level up to, know, especially mentally, to, like, let me get away from all that and get it going, baby, that's the best way you can save yourself, because then you can think, well, regardless if you have to rebuild, you know what I'm saying? Now, I will say this, and it's just my take. I feel like when it comes to like the whole living out the car situation, the whole doing everything, I feel like if you are making the sacrifices a business, and you moving as a business, you got to do what you got to do, regardless of how anyone feel or whatever they got to say, because things happen to people, and you have to rebuild the way you have to rebuild, not how nobody else say. So that's all I want to say on that part. And then, like I said, if this is your first time watching, I am Jamie Leroy, and you just watched a delicious episode of Virtual with a Twist, where we would leave you with a kiss. Mwah. And yes, like I said, I want to switch on this topic because it was really, really good. But like I said, we are going to chat about this in the comments. Like I said, I'll be back for another one. See you in a minute. Mwah.